So Lene is busy complaining that she looks terrible with her beanie on, so she's taking it off.
Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now, so she's gonna have messy hair when we land. But that's okay, we'll deal with that later.
Nothing like battle gear.
Hi, I'm Brandon Baker. I'm an adventurer and an aviator, but also a videographer. With a passion for conservation. That's a strange package, but let's make it work. Follow along as I become a conservation pilot.
So a lot of people think anti-poaching is just about rhinos, and it's actually not. It's about conservation. So I think you guys do a lot of bench line patrols as well for looking for breakages and stuff. Also, if you see anybody in the nature reserve, obviously that's a massive no, so you got to kind of deal with that. But yeah, I think there's a lot going on. Like for example, today we actually went and made fires in a reserve, which I thought was very interesting, and it was explained to me a lot better, which it makes you understand, okay, you actually need to do that for conservation. So yeah. The problem with vegetation is it kind of gets too dry at some point, and you actually need to burn it to prevent other fires from developing. Maybe we'll get to see some rhinos and some cheetah. For the people that don't know, in aviation we use knots, which is our terminology of basically kilometers per hour. Our airspeed is reading 60 on the knots, which is basically the amount of air going into the pitot tube. Then on our GPS it's telling us we got a ground speed of 50 knots, which means we basically got a 20 knot headwind. Oh sorry, 10 knot headwind. My maths is way off today. And a 20 knot headwind, which means there's wind blowing directly onto us, which is slowing us down by 10 knots. Oh, it's 46 knots. Oh, flip, okay. It's a bit of a strong headwind.
Yeah.
So right now we are doing what's called a gridding method, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so we're doing gridding, and we are basically looking for anything that's interesting that stands out that shouldn't or should be there. If there's any poachers around, obviously we'll see them and let the officials know, and if there are any injured animals or any veld fires or anything like that, we'll just kind of keep an eye out. So we're going to be a bit bumpy for a couple of minutes, so the camera might be thrown around a bit. If you guys hit the ground, then you know it's fallen out the plane. So we just managed to find some white rhino, and we're just going to do a steep turn and try and show you guys those white rhino. There are 3 of them, which is quite cool. You can clearly tell Lene is designed for this because that's like far away. And she's like, oh, there's some rhinos. There we go. That's a group. So Lene has been working for Pilanesberg for how long now?
About 10 months now.
10 months, eh?
Yes.
That's quite a long time, and I'm sure you developed a few hard spots and soft spots in terms of your flying capabilities.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say is the hardest part about working in the bush?
I think being alone at times.
Okay.
Like you get very lonely, you have to fly alone a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and then, you know, everything's on you. Like you've got the spot, you've got to fly, you've got to ensure everything is fine with the plane at the same time. So it's tough at times, but I mean, I think it makes you a stronger person.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they actually told me a story that that day she had to walk all the way to the hangars by herself, and she saw some cheetah prints, and was it cheetah or leopard? Leopard prints on the floor, and I mean, I know for a fact that I would be, whoa, okay, maybe not, let me go home. But yeah, I mean, that alone is quite challenging, I can imagine. But yeah. Oh, sorry, this is the best flights I've ever done.
Oh, that's good to know.
The colors on the camera are just amazing. Perfect timing.
So guys, we just landed after that amazing flight with Lene. We had a nice wind coming in, so it was quite interesting. And now there's absolutely no wind.
here. It is a very, very chilly thing. And yeah, we've seen a lot already. I'm almost certain I saw a pangolin, but I don't think the camera and you guys are going to believe me on that one. I don't even think Lene believes me, but I'm almost certain I did. One of my favorite animals seeing from the sky, a giraffe. I think they're the most amazing animals. They are so inquisitive. They'll just be feeding off of a tree and pick up their head and watch you fly by. And then they'll go back down to eating, and then you'll come back again and they'll do the exact same thing. And I just think that's absolutely amazing. What's your favorite animal?
I think definitely rhino calves. Like they freak out.
Oh yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah, they're adorable, and it's always nice to see them. And to know they're doing well as well.
Yeah, we actually saw one yesterday, and I think I might have got it on film. If I did, I'll pop it up now. But yeah, whilst you guys are all watching this, why don't you guys comment down below what your favorite animal is? And if you're a pilot, I'd like to know what your favorite animal is to see from the sky, because that's quite interesting. So Lene just pointed out something to me that I never knew. Did you guys know that rhinos get dehorned every 18 to 24 months? Because essentially it's the same as what your nails are made out of, so you cut your nails fairly often. I guess a rhino also needs to cut his nails too.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised how much it grows out.
Oh, quite a lot?
Yeah, quite a lot.
On both horns?
On both horns, yeah.
Oh wow, okay. So Lene, earlier we asked you what was your, what would you say is the hardest part about living in the bush?
Yeah.
What would you say is the best part?
I think the fact that you can go for a game drive anytime we want.
Oh yeah,
literally
okay, pretty cool,
anytime.
yeah.
I think also the people.
Oh yes.
The type of people in the bush are just different.
Yeah, they are. Everyone's so friendly around here, which is awesome.
Yeah.
We do not have any electricity at home, and I was unable to charge my battery, and my battery is flashing red right now, so I'm gonna have to end it there. Yeah, we'll see you on the ground, and we'll carry on the interview then.
So we went flying today with Lene. Unfortunately, we couldn't fly with you, which is alright. We'll get an opportunity soon enough. Tell us more about anti-poaching. What is anti-poaching?
So I'm Emil Claessens, and this is...
I'm Rhino.
And we're the pilots for Pilanesberg National Park's Rhino Protection Unit. So what that entails is we want to keep our rhinos safe.
Yeah.
And that's the number one reason we have this aircraft in the park, and we have us too.
Anti-poaching is just not about rhinos, well, not about rhinos all the time.
Yeah.
It's about all the other animals as well. I mean, we've got a park full of animals, it's just not just rhinos.
Yes.
Yeah, there's many different challenges in a national park. I mean, I think rhino poaching is the biggest problem at this stage.
Yeah.
There's also other problems you have to look at.
Yes, yeah.
Definitely. And all the small problems add up to become one big problem.
The Bat Hawk, 362,000. So, tell us about this aircraft. Why do you choose this aircraft over other aircrafts?
Well, I think most importantly, it flies low and slow.
Low and slow.
All the time, every day.
Yeah, it's a stall aircraft,
Yes.
and what that means is short takeoff and landing capabilities. And flying here, that's what you need. I mean, the takeoff run is about 50 meters, and the landing distance is about 50 to 80 meters.
Okay.
That's almost nothing.
Yeah, it's almost nothing.
Yeah, the nice thing is you can do, at low speeds, you can do steep turns, flying to valleys. That's exactly what we need.
Yes, yeah.
And it runs at a tenth of the cost of a helicopter.
Yeah, I don't think I'll fly like with the 172 the way I fly a battery.
We were flying with Lene earlier, and we're literally going towards a mountain. I'm thinking, if I'm flying a 172, I would not be doing this. And next minute she goes, whoop, and just turns. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my first time flying the battle.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And also you guys are operating on a 300-meter airstrip, which is absolutely insane, and it's just bumpy conditions, and usually at a higher altitude you don't get as much performance out of the aircraft.
No, definitely not.
The nice thing is we've got the Rotax 912 engine.
Yes.
So you could say the aircraft is overpowered
Yes.
with this engine we've got here. Yes. So I think I wouldn't do it any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But it's very reliable and it's great flying.
Yeah. So this aircraft comes out of two different engines. The older models will use the Jab engine, the Jabby motor, and now they start with the Rotax, and it's also a really awesome aircraft. The difference between the two is the Rotax is 20 horsepower less than a Jab, but it's more responsive. So and the plane's made out of canvas, so it's basically a flying tent.
I just wanted to say that. Yeah, it's a flying tent.
Yeah, the good thing is if you get a tear in your body, it's not going to spread out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
stop
ripstop.
there.
Yes, yeah.
It's ripstop. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So that's nice.
Yeah, so it's for anyone shoots at them, they just put a duct tape patch on the plane.
Oh yes.
Easy game.
Easy.
Yeah.
A nice hot topic that everyone is against is dehorning rhinos.
Yeah.
And you can understand why. I mean, it's an animal with a beautiful horn. Why would you chop that off?
Now, my number one thing I say to people is the rhino is going to be dehorned, whether you like it or not. But it's going to be different when a poacher gets it and dehorns it, because it's going to lose its life. And I think dehorning is the best way at this stage in time to keep the rhinos safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy.
I also think you can definitely see the difference between the amount of rhino that's poached every year.
Yeah.
I think we started dehorning in 2020 or 2019, and the numbers of poaching has declined
Really?
steadily. We haven't had one poaching this year yet.
Okay, that's
So
good.
touch wood, but we
Yeah.
haven't had one poaching this
Yes.
year. So that's very, very good.
Yeah.
I think, well, all of the rhinos have dehorned in the park.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, which is better for them.
Yeah.
And if you look at our stats, it's looking good so far.
Yeah.
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 The numbers are coming back up again, so that's
Yeah.
good.
And we saw quite a few baby rhinos earlier.
Yeah,
that
they're
was
so
awesome.
cute.
With the horn, once it's been dehorned, once you guys dehorn the rhino, what do you do with that horn? Can you resell it? Do you generally discard of it?
It gets locked up somewhere. We have no idea where,
Okay.
it just gets locked
It's
up.
an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
In a vault. Safe.
Safe, yeah.
So every horn gets marked, so we know exactly from which rhino that horn came.
Oh wow, okay.
And then
Yeah, and it gets microchipped as well.
Having fun. That's going in on the
No.
cuts, you know?
What's your base order?
I think dit ons een beter voorreg as om in die bos te bly.
By the way, you have to be Afrikaans to be an anti-poaching pilot.
Yeah, you need to.
Jy moet Afrikaans kan praat.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to be flying with Emil, and it is so hot outside, and I think people are going to think, what the heck is wrong with me wearing a jacket out in the heat? That little bat hawk there has got no doors, so it gets pretty chilly up there. So yeah, we wear jackets. I'm going to slap on some sweatpants and let's go fly.
Neil is busy doing grid work over here, and it's flying nice and low, which is also very, very fun. So always, it's beautiful out here, Neil, earlier I asked Lene what is the hardest part about working in the bush. What would you say is the hardest part? I think easily that would be being alone out here. Of course I've got Lene, and she's one of my best friends. But being alone out here, it sometimes gets to you. You want to see your family, you want to see your parents. But they can always come and visit. So I think that's the hardest part of it. No, Lene said the same thing actually. Is it? It gets to you. It gets to you. I'm very social, and she's also very social. So but you have to have a striving passion to do this. Oh, definitely. Without passion, you're not going to enjoy this job. But if you do have the passion for it, I really do believe it's one of the best jobs in the world. Oh yeah. Now, what is the best part about living in the bush? Oh, that's easy. I've got two things. Number one is, who's got the big farm in their backyard? That is just incredible. And then I think the number one reason is conservation. Being able to play a good part in keeping the rhinos safe and keeping animals safe. I think there's no better reason to be in the bush here flying and making a difference. I think it's just incredible, and that's one good reason to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, you literally need that passion to wake up in the morning because it's very cold.
It's very cold, you need the passion, that's very
good,
true.
That's good.
Lene was an awesome pilot, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's been fun having you around.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Well, thanks guys for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't yet, follow us. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. If you have any comments and questions, bomb them in the comment section below and we'll answer them to the best of our ability. Thanks guys, happy flying. Peace.